Hey guys, Sharif here, and in this video we will discuss about the hardest muscle to build naturally, alright? I've been training naturally for 13 years, lifetime natural, 100%, and this is what I look like, no pump, but that's what I'm looking like today. That's my shape, no pump, good lighting, not bad. So, I will share with you guys the muscles that I've found the hardest to build as a natural, alright? As opposed to guys that were taking steroids and seeing them growing those body parts and the area so much easier. Number one, the rear delt, alright? The rear delt, it will just give you a different look to your body. It just gives you that 3D look. It just makes your body, your shoulder look so much better. And the rear delt, it is harder to build as a natural. Of course, you can still build it. That's how far I got. But when you're enhanced, it gets so much more developed, easier, and it gives you that 3D look on the shoulders. Number two, the side delts, alright? That will give you those round shoulders also, looking from the front. If you look at me, you're like, I barely have any side delts. But trust me, I train them. I just give a full day just to my shoulders, focus a lot on side delts. But they're not as crazy as someone that's been taking, let's say, PEDs for a couple weeks. You'll see their side delts, they have that shoulder cap. I don't even know how they call it, the baseball kind of shoulder, the roundness. It's an insane look. Unfortunately, naturally, it's hard to build. You can tell. And I love that look, but I will try my best to still build them naturally. All right. Number three, the traps. All right. The trapezius muscle. Those are mine. They're not the craziest. And you can just look at me and it feels like my shoulder are just flat. All right. I do train my traps a lot. It's just that it's harder to build them naturally, and you won't get that crazy traps looking when you're natural. I've seen a guy, he started taking PEDs. Weeks later, his traps were just insane. Veins coming out of them. I was like, what are you doing for your traps? It's like, well, I don't even train them. All right, just to tell you how they react so well to drugs, the traps. Number four, the upper chest. All right, the upper chest. If you're natural, you know the struggle. It's so hard to build that upper chest. You can do a lot of incline, but it's a hard muscle group to build. It's a hard angle to build. It's a hard muscle to build. The upper chest, you know, kind of like Franco Colombo when he's flexing and you see all the definition, as opposed to people on steroids. They get a lot of easier time to grow that body part. All right, moving on. Number five. Yes, it is number five. Hamstrings. All right. Hamstrings, you can still, of course, get amazing looking hamstrings naturally, but having that kind of hamstring pop when you're posing from the side and having those huge thick hamstring kind of falling down is just insane looking, and I love looking at really developed hamstrings. But when you're natural, it's so much harder. I really feel that there is something about the progress of hamstring while being natural is like they can only grow so much. All right, I've seen guys on PEDs that does do 3 sets of hamstring seated curl and their hamstrings are just huge. All right, I kind of envy that. But let's do our best to grow them naturally. Number 6, and I'll finish with that, it's the calves. All right, why I'm saying calves? Because genetically my calves have been kind of my weakest body part. I've been kind of training them so much. I've tried high frequency, low frequency, high intensity, high reps, low reps, you name it, and my calves are still not progressing. Now, in my case, I'm sure that if I would to jump on a cycle, my calves would react well and they just would progress very fast. But I will not. I will try my best to keep doing it naturally, but I really do think that taking steroids will just blow up my calves. And it's a muscle group that a lot of enhanced athletes, when they are on their cycle, when they take PEDs, their calves are just going like crazy, and sometimes it could just be from walking. All right, it goes also for forearms. You know, calves or forearms, I really believe they are genetics. I'm blessed to have good forearms, but trust me, I barely train them. I don't do anything directly for forearms. So yeah, that's pretty much it, sums it up. The biggest one would be the shoulders, all right? You know those 3D looking shoulders with the rear delt, the side, the insane shoulders. When I see someone with crazy shoulders like that, I can right away tell this guy is not natural. All right, so there you have it, guys. Yeah, shoulders and traps. There you have it, guys. I hope you liked that video. Stay natural. I'm not giving you that video to make excuses or to discourage you. Stay natural. We will achieve the best natural physique we can possibly get. Have a good one. Ciao.